You are watching T Radio V, radio in TV.
The Social Action Media Network and T Radio V present Creating Good Work Ron with your hosts, Ron Schultz and Greg Franks.
We are dedicated to bringing you the finest in social innovators and social entrepreneurs who are all hard at work trying to solve the many social problems we have in front of us. I'm Ron Schultz.
And I'm Greg Franks.
And we've got a brilliant show for you today, if I do say so myself. And but when we're talking to these folks who are doing this kind of good work, you know, it's hard to not have a brilliant show. It's really exciting to be here. So our first guest today is Dominique Hargreaves. Dominique is the executive director of the Los Angeles chapter of the U.S. Green Building Council here in Los Angeles. And during her tenure, she has doubled the USGBC LA's membership, which is really quite extraordinary. And she's broadened its influence, and she's cemented its role as a leadership voice in the global sustainability movement. I also want to just take a moment and kind of point out the fact that this is really a wonderful organization, and what it's doing for our community to reinforce the need for us to kind of be aware of not only climate change, but how we build our homes, how we build our buildings, and our dwindling natural resources is really crucial. And we're really glad that you could be with us today, Dominique. And it's crucial that it really is crucial that people become aware of the work that you're doing and the council is doing. So welcome.
Thank you, Ron. I'm so glad to be with you guys.
And let me begin by asking the first question. Would you tell us all about USGBC Los Angeles? How did it come about?
Yeah, I'm happy to. So the USGBC is the U.S. Green Building Council. Mm-hmm. We are one of a network of chapters across the United States. Here in Los Angeles, we have about 1,200 members and volunteers, and these are passionate professionals that practice green building. So these are architects and engineers, contractors, also teachers and young people that are dedicated to transforming Los Angeles to be more sustainable.
And what motivated you to even go into this form of industry development?
Well, I think sustainability is something so personal to each individual. To me, I wanted to, really make an impression, make an impact on my community. Mm-hmm. And I saw one of the best ways I could do that would be to design and build better buildings. So buildings can perform well, they can be energy efficient, you can put healthy materials in them, and at the end of the day, it's the building's effect on the natural environment and the people that use the building that, really can change the world. And that's what our chapter does day in and day out. We inspire people to make small changes that collectively have a large impact. So that's something that motivates me every day to come to work, to get up, get out of bed, because when you make a difference, when you share that sustainability story with someone that maybe has never heard it before, if you can inspire someone to, want to become that next, green engineer or green designer, or inspire someone to want to turn off the lights when they're not in the room, all those things actually make a difference. Yeah. All those things are a way to do good for the environment and for LA.
So let's talk about community here. The community of USGBC here in LA. Who are you addressing, and how? I mean, you've got this massive city, this city that's spread out from the mountains to the sea, right? How do you address all the needs of this kind of varied location with all these different folks living here?
Well, it's an excellent question, and the best way that we have found to reach so many people in Los Angeles is to meet them where they are. And so we have a branch structure. So these 1,200 members and individuals and interested people in sustainability are able to get together where they live or where they work. Mm-hmm. So although our headquarter office is in downtown Los Angeles, there are these branch locations. So near the sea, in our coastal areas, we have a West Side branch, we have a South Bay branch, a Long Beach branch. Then up in the valleys, we have San Fernando and San Gabriel. And out in the desert, we have the Inland Empire. So each of these branches are volunteer individuals that get together and they plan all kinds of programs for their local community. So they're offering tours of green buildings, they're doing service projects, they're having networking mixers, and it's a great way to reach people really where they are.
Right. But who are these people? I mean, are they just professionals? Or are you trying to reach beyond just the professional class?
Oh, yes. So these people are really anyone that has an interest in sustainability. So I think people would agree that the USGBC LA chapter is a great resource. So you can call up and ask a question about a gray water system. You can be a teacher looking for lesson plans. You can be a janitor seeking education. There's a little bit of something for everyone within the community. So we're really trying to reach anybody that wants to learn about green, be a green leader, or share their own personal story.
Right. Well, I think we have a video of yours about the Green Janitor program, and if we're ready for that, let's see that. Well, so tell us a little bit about that program. And we just saw this video about it. What goes on? What are you trying to do here?
What we are trying to do is really reach a population within the building that has the ability to really affect change for energy efficiency and water conservation, but is traditionally completely left out. No one thanks their janitor. People are sometimes not even seen. They may even feel invisible because they work at night, or even if they're working during the daytime, they might not be acknowledged.
Right.
And so there are quite a number of janitors within the Los Angeles area, and this pilot program reached 126 of them in its first year. We've now doubled that in its size. And what we do is come to their place of work, and on their breaks and on their own time, they are able to participate in this class. So the class is taught in Spanish, which is their native language, and they learn hands-on energy efficiency through like a scavenger hunt.
Right.
So there's an exercise where they look around and they find out which tenants have things plugged in that are not in use, which tenants are putting their lunch garbage in the recycling bin, all these little things.
Right.
And so through this, the janitors are empowered to really have a place at the sustainability table, which in the past has only really had a seat if you were the owner or the property manager or supervisor, but now they feel empowered with this knowledge. And this is the trick with sustainability. The trick is it is not siloed. So when you learn about sustainability and new practices, you take it home with you. You share it with other people. And that's a really powerful
Yeah,
idea.
it's great. I want to get to a couple of your other programs that you're doing. We're actually moving towards our first break here, but I'd love to talk about the Build Smart trailer because we have a picture of that to show folks. I'd also like to talk about the Women in Green building, if possible. And I think that we're gonna learn a little bit more about the EcoMap LA in just a second. But why don't we? I think we've got enough time to. Yeah, we got about a minute here, and maybe we can just begin with the Build Smart trailer, if you can, and just explain that quickly to us.
This Build Smart trailer, it is a 14-foot big sustainable technology toy. So we take it to schools, we take it to fairs, we take it to the park, we take it to the mall, and people come inside and they learn about 50 different products and strategies that can make their home more sustainable.
Right. Oh, that's great. And we all saw the picture of it up there while we were talking. That's just great. Well, listen, we're going to take a brief break here, and then we'll come back and we can talk a little bit more about some of your other programs and some of the programs that are also dealing with moving out into the community. So this is Creating Good Work Live, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back with more Creating Good Work Live.
Welcome to EcoMap LA, the first go-to map for all things sustainable in Los Angeles. Interactive and mobile-friendly, EcoMap LA is made for sustainability pros and the green curious alike. You control the displayed information, set your tour, and get each building's real-time sustainability data. Feel free to play with this first phase of EcoMap LA and give us your feedback at www.usgbc-la.org. Sustainable Law Group is a different type of law firm. Our clients are primarily social enterprises, nonprofits, and green businesses. Our mission is to provide legal counsel that is aligned with our clients' values by providing integrated, sustainable, and comprehensive solutions. We're a full-service law firm assisting with everything from incorporation to day-to-day operations. Starting a benefit corporation, cooperative, or nonprofit, the attorneys at Sustainable Law Firm are ready to support you in all stages of your business. Find us at www.sustainablelawyer.com. Most anti-bullying efforts rely heavily on bystanders to take action, leaving your child with no protection. The No app aims to change that. Now your child can summon the assistance of a policewoman to tell the bully no, and you get alerted in real time with a map of your child's location. With video evidence, the bully's parents can be confronted, and school officials can be forced to take action. You get increased peace of mind, and your child gets increased self-confidence.
Welcome back to Creating Good Work Live on T-Radio V.
And welcome back, Dominique. And at this time, I'll ask you something very simple, but I'm really curious about it. Tell us about the Green Apple Day event, the service.
Absolutely. The Green Apple Day is my favorite day of the year. It's the last Saturday in September. It's an annual event. And what we do is we help plan and also fund school improvement projects around Los Angeles. So these take all shapes and forms. We will go in and we'll help revitalize a school garden. We'll help to do an energy audit or to install rain barrels at a school. Whatever the school puts forth as their deepest wish is what we want to help them to do. And so this is a great way for people to give back to, the education system and improve, the places where a quarter of us go every day. And I really love this program. And each year we've been able to support over 50 schools throughout Los Angeles to make these improvements.
May I ask you a quick question then? How can schools sign up to be part of this?
You can sign up online at USGBC-LA.org. And the Green Apple Day of Service page has information, resources, and guides to help plan these projects and get involved.
So, Dominique, I'm really curious here. I want to go back to this notion of that this is not just a professional organization, and find out a little bit more about how you engage with the city of Los Angeles, as well as, say, other nonprofits and the larger community, what you're offering to them as well.
Absolutely. So, talking about the city of Los Angeles, we have been involved in the creation and then adoption of the Sustainable City Plan. So that debuted in April 2015. The first year report just came out, and we were happy to have been featured in that report. So we adopted the plan in 2 areas, one of which was workforce development, and we have pledged to train 800 janitors within the city with our janitor education program that we took a look at. We've also pledged an activity around building resilience, which has to do with creating a guide for building owners and managers on how to engage with their community in the face of all the shocks and stressors that we have here, which is a lot. We have a drought, we have earthquakes, we have many things that we struggle with as a community. And so those 2 areas are of particular interest with the city.
Right.
With other nonprofits, I'm really excited to tell you about this program. We are building a legacy project. This is in partnership with T for T, which is Trash for Teaching. That's their old name. And it's in the city of Gardena. And what it is it's an ecotech makerspace. Young people have access to this space that normally would not be able to have tools and technologies that are being put here. So we're establishing a 3D printer, 15 laptops in there, AutoCAD and Tinkercad.
Yeah.
So these young people from Gardena visit the space. They're given a problem to solve, like build an eco car. Here's a box of stuff. And then they have to figure it out. Trial and error, building models, etc., working together, problem solving. We're really excited to debut this project.
Yeah, it sounds very cool.
Tell us about your Greenbuild event and who should attend.
Absolutely. Greenbuild is the first week of October. It's at the LA Convention Center. It is the International Greenbuild Conference and Expo, so we expect 20,000 visitors, many who will come from China, Japan, Canada, Brazil, and of course right here at home. And those that should attend are those who really want to be inspired by over 200 sessions that are featuring the most cutting edge green building and design information and theories. We have over 400 exhibitors showing the most innovative technologies that you can use on your project. We'll have over 25 tours of green buildings in the Los Angeles area that people can enjoy and find out about what the real LA really looks like. And it's a wonderful, inspiring, community building event with a lasting impact.
Wow, this sounds very cool for LA.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, are you looking for volunteers? Are you looking for people who can help you with this?
We would love volunteers. We have about 250 people dedicating over 5,000 hours to organize this event. And it's a great way to network, to build your skills, and to show off this city that we love.
Yeah.
And really highlight it as we transform into the biggest green city in the world.
Wow, that's amazing. I've got one. I want to go back to one thing that we didn't cover that I would like to hear more about, which is this women in green buildings. It has an interesting ring to it. I'm wondering if you're actually placing women in these buildings, or if there's something else involved in this process.
So the Women in Green is a leadership and networking group of over 150 women here in Los Angeles that work in the green building arena. And so many of these jobs are traditionally held by men, and so it can be difficult as a woman working with teams that are majority masculine to feel comfortable in your feminine leadership style and to be authentic to that. So the activities with the Women in Green help women feel comfortable in their feminine leadership style and bring that as a strength to a group. And it's been really a wonderful program, and I've seen young women really develop a confidence and a way to work well with teams, all kinds of diverse teams
Right.
and diverse communities.
That's very cool. As a father of 2 daughters, this notion of women stepping up and gaining that confidence in the world is really important, and for at least from my perspective, and not just because I have 2 daughters. But so there's one other program too that we saw briefly in the ad that we put out, which is the EcoMap LA. I'd love to hear a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. The EcoMap LA is such a fun tool. Whether you're an Angelino or whether you're a visitor, you can load it. You can do a search to find iconic places in Los Angeles and then read about why they're sustainable or how they're sustainable. You can create your own tour circuit, and then the app will also let you figure out how to get from one place to the other. And so it's really a go-to to find green businesses that you want to support, sustainable places that you want to see, historic landmarks in Los Angeles, and places that really give the city great character. It's easy, it's intuitive, it's free. So we have a lot of people having fun, testing out tour routes.
And where do they find it?
It is right on our homepage.
Okay, so you can download it right from there.
Yep.
Very cool. So are there organizations in LA, the other green organizations that you guys are aligned with, or are you working with closely with?
Yes, absolutely. As we mentioned, the Greenbuild effort, we selected 25 other partner organizations that are hard at work with us, because we need all hands on deck to make this event the biggest and best it can be. And so we are proud to partner with the AIA, IFMA, IREM. I can throw out a lot of acronyms here.
Those are acronyms. Can you translate some of them?
Yeah, we could just go on and on with these letters. But we have a strong environmental coalition here in LA, and we're proud to support many of them in their work, whether they be working in the natural environment and preservation of that, or in the built environment as we are.
That's fabulous.
Well, I think that closes it up for us.
Well, not quite. Let's maybe you can maybe we can find out from who you want to reach, who you would like to get engaged in this process.
Well, really, I think we want to reach the next generation, the young people, because they are coming into a world that is difficult, and we have challenging environmental times, and turbulence in politics, and many things for them to be concerned about. But we also have really interesting technologies and tools, and we really have an amazing brain power out there that young people should and can care about preserving the planet. We ask them to make an eco pledge when we go visit them with our Build Smart trailer. We've collected over 1,000 pledges this year about what each of them is going to do to save the planet, and some of them are really beautiful. Some of them are quite simple, such as I'm going to eat less meat and more vegetables, and then some of them are very complex, thinking about their own transportation to and from school. They're going to try to carpool and make a difference in that way. So if we can, inspire the next generation of young people to be these designers and problem solvers, then I think we've done a good job.
Yeah, good.
Well, we thank you for joining us today and bringing such wonderful information, and we look forward to you coming again to give us advancements as to the progress of the organization and the work that you're engaged in. So thank you again, Dominique.
And so let's repeat your website again. It's
USGBC-LA.org.
That's great. And we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Tina Hosepian from Cardborigami.
There's more to come on Creating Good Work Live.